What's up, everybody? And today I have another special treat from you. I've decided to again release another technique from my Mastering Ippon Seoi. This is going to be the last one of the set. So if you guys are looking for more information on how you can get better at Ippon Seoi, make sure you check my full-length instructional on judofanatics.com. And make sure you use my discount code Travis25 to save 25% at checkout. And in this video, we're talking about shoulder maintenance and being able to make sure we get our partner into the right position while protecting ourselves to make sure we can't get thrown. Now, without further ado, let's get into the technique.
Okay, so we're going to talk about shoulder maintenance to do Ippon Seoi effectively, okay? One thing I was very, very good at was I had a lot of mobility with my left hand on my opponent's collar, so I could do a lot of different things with it. I could defend my collar, I could defend the high hand, I could move my partner, and it all came from how mobile I was with that hand and where I placed it. And we're just going to refer to this as shoulder maintenance. Now, ideally speaking, when his shoulder is here, right, I want to make sure I'm blocking his shoulder, okay? There is a difference between the shoulder, press it forward. There you go, yeah, just turn. So keep your right foot forward, just kind of turn. Rotate. There you go. There you go. See, I'm on his shoulder and he's rotating it. If I block it, he gets stuck. If I put my hand on his chest, rotate, and then if I try to block it, turn. See, he can still turn that other shoulder back and he can still rotate. I want to make sure that when I'm blocking that shoulder and he tries to turn, he can't do much, okay? I want to make sure it's always blocked all the time, and a lot of people mess that up. When they grab the collar, they leave the hand on the chest, so when he turns that shoulder forward, he can keep spinning. Whereas, come back, I'm not letting go of that. When I'm here on his shoulder, right, basically where that Ippon here logo is, keep your hand down, I want to be up here, okay, on that shoulder, so that when he turns it, he can't make that rotation. The other important thing is my right foot is always forward, and I'm very close to him, okay? I don't want to come out and be out here because I have no strength, right? If I take my left hand and I reach, no, stay there, and I reach out and I try to grab that, just push my hand down. I can't really keep it up there. It doesn't take that much effort. If I keep my hand back and now he pushes it down, like I can hold that up and still have a conversation, right? So I want to be pressing him and he's going to push back into me a little bit. We're going to have that feedback, okay? Where I'm able to press and he's pressing and we're just going to be here. His hand's going to be up and we're just hanging out, okay? And notice that you can see my hand up here because it's nice and hot, right? I don't want it to be down here where just reach up and touch my neck. That's not good, okay? If I keep this hand down here on his chest and he reaches up from my neck, he's going to get there and he's going to be able to pull it in and it's going to be a problem. If I put that hand just a few inches to the left and high, he reaches up, he can't really reach, okay? He might be able to back up and turn and now try to reach, but notice that he's only on the top of my shoulder. That I can deal with a couple of nifty grip breaks, okay? But as far as being in close here, when he goes to throw that, I should be able to walk in nice and close where my body is basically halfway into this throw and it's a quick entry, right? Because I can protect my sleeve. Walking into this throw while protecting that shoulder. So when I'm here, when I'm in this position, I'm not back here. I am for some of the fight. If his hand is up, I'm in here, but I really want to focus on getting in close where this hand is protected and my sleeve is protected, right? Because if you try to grab my sleeve with the other hand, that's awkward, okay? If I leave it back here, now grab it, it's right in front of him. So I want to keep it inside. From this side, I don't want to necessarily stay out here where he can just grab it. I want to focus on bringing it in where it's awkward for him to get there and I can use my elbow and now I can enter into my throw. The other important thing to pay attention to is as he's cheating his hand, we're just going to do a little bit of motion where we practice that shoulder maintenance and hand placement with the right hand. So I'm going to keep my right hand in a good high position and I'm going to use my left hand actively to defend his right hand from getting to my neck and also getting to my collar, okay? So we're gonna set the hand and then we're just gonna go. There we go. He blocks, he comes high. There. Nope, just one hand, just one hand. Notice that when he tries to come, nope, underneath, and he tries to come high, that even though I've slipped off the shoulder here, when he's trying to get high to my neck, I'm still pressing, and the gi jacket is still pressing. You can see his body starting to bow. This would be a good time for a throw like Ippon or Soto because he's making too much of a commitment, okay? When we're in this position and we're here, I'm blocking there, he comes inside. I don't even have to move. I just have to change my pressure to down, okay? And then when he comes back outside, I just lift my arm, he comes underneath, he lifts it. Now, a lot of times as an athlete, I would keep my elbow very high because I actually want my partner to have this hand on the gi and here, okay? And I want him underneath, but I want him in a position where I can still be mobile. I don't want him in a position where it's high on my chest and my arm is too raised. I can't clamp it down. So while I'm maintaining that shoulder and he's coming high, I'm keeping this up, I'm keeping this hand off, and when he comes underneath, I clamp it, but I let him grab my collar here, okay? So that I can block that shoulder. But now, it's a one-on-one fight here between our hands. I like those odds. What I don't want to have happen is him use this hand, and then get my wrist. Nope. Get my wrist. There. And now he uses two hands to my one, right? Because I need this here for the Ippon Nage. So what I want to try to do is protect this, block that shoulder from coming high, and then, nope, just one hand. I'm protecting this, and then now this is going to come underneath, and I'm going to block it a little bit, but then I'm going to kind of help him place it low on my chest. That way, I have a one-on-one fight that I can enter into. So again, we're here. I'm in this position. I'm going to block that high. He's going to come low. And look, I close it. Try to get to my neck. And then I don't let him up there. I only let him to the collar. And now I can close this space off and then look to score. There's one other position that we have to pay attention to. And a lot of Eastern block players and some Europeans use it. It's when I'm holding onto the collar, they'll throw their arm all the way through and then climb right up to your back. And we have a defense for that. So, when we're in this position here, he's going to throw that elbow through, and then he's going to try to climb all the way up, and then we end up here. Okay? When I feel that elbow come through, I rotate like I would do a left Seoi, and I let my wrist bend to relax my grip. Okay, so when he comes through, boom. And I shield him away with my forearm so that he can't cut that angle. And I shuffle to my left. Then when he comes back, I can press that shoulder again. And notice, he still can't get to my neck. Now he's going to settle on that gi jacket there. And we're right back where I want to be in order to do Ippon Nage. So one more time. We're here, he comes in high. Boom. I shield. He tries to come up. Boom. Shield. No, come back into the end. Let's do it one time. He comes high. I shield. There, when he comes back, notice that he can't quite get it high because he's running into my forearm. He settles here on the collar. And now I'm again back to that one-on-one fight so that I can do my standard Ippon Nages or one of the versions thereof.
There you have it, guys. That's how I controlled people in every competition I ever fought in, including the Olympic Games. I hope you found that useful. And if you have any questions about this specific technique in general, make sure you leave it in the comments below because I'd love to hear from you. And I try to respond to everybody, so don't be shy. Leave a comment down below. Thanks again, and remember to subscribe to the channel.